I love you, Pequeñín. What would you want your story to be about?
A lion that wanted to go into a restaurant, and he was nice, and he made friends with a human.
This is a story about Jack the Lion. Jack the Lion loved the smell of food coming from the city. And even though all the other animals told him not to go there, one day he decided to go there. But if you want to know what happened, you have to turn off Flapjack and go night-night. Okay then. You see, Jack the Lion was actually a very nice lion, but he had a small problem. He had a toothache because, well, lions don't brush their teeth. So he got cavities, and one of those got infected. And it was really, really painful, especially when he took a bite out of something. And so he went into town following his nose until he found that restaurant. And when he went inside, everybody was like, oh wow, what's going on here? It's a lion. But he seems nice. Okay, we're gonna not do anything about this. And so Jack the Lion sat on a table. And some restaurants, sometimes they have like bread on the table that you can nibble on while you wait for your food. So he saw the bread and he decided to take a bite. But as soon as he took a bite, his tooth was hurting so badly when he put pressure on it that he let out a roar. And everybody at the restaurant was like, ah, a lion, he's gonna eat us, run. And everybody took off running. And Jack the Lion was so sad because all he wanted to do is eat and make friends. And so the waiter came and said, hello, Mr. Lion. What would you like to eat tonight? And the lion said, well, I don't know how to read the menu, but I would love to have one of those things that that person at the table was having. Oh, yeah, you mean that person that took off running when he got scared? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, said Jack the Lion. It's quite all right. We don't get too many lions here, said the waiter. So, just wait here and I will bring you your food. Oh, thank you, said Jack, very excited. But then, when the food arrived and Jack took a bite out of it, again his tooth was hurting so bad. And the waiter, that was really fearless actually, said, okay, I have to tell you, if you keep doing that, you're gonna scare everybody. What's wrong? And he said, oh, it's just that my tooth hurts. So the waiter said, oh, well, you're in luck. I'm starting to become a dentist. And I'm working here as a waiter in the meantime, but perhaps I can take a look at it and help you. Why don't you come by my home later tonight? And he gave him the address, and so the lion did. He went to the dentist's home, which checked his tooth, and said, yes, I see. You definitely have an infected tooth because you haven't brushed your teeth. That's really bad. And unfortunately, at this point, all I can do is remove the tooth. And it's not going to look good, but at least it will heal and it won't hurt anymore because there's no way around it. But in the future, if you don't want to suffer so much pain, you really need to brush your teeth, Mr. Lion. And the lion said, okay. And so the guy extracted the tooth, and Jack the Lion spent a whole week healing. And when it wasn't hurting anymore, he went back into the restaurant. And everybody was a little bit scared because the last time they saw him, he seemed to be very angry. But he wasn't angry, it was just the tooth that was hurting. And so he has sat down on a table, and everybody was ready to take off and run. But he wasn't roaring or making any threatening sounds. So the waiter came, winked at Jack the Lion because the waiter knew that he didn't have the toothache anymore, and said, I can bring you the most popular dish here, which is bean soup, said the waiter. Bean soup? I don't know what that is, said the lion, but if it is so popular, I'm sure it must be delicious. Yes, please bring that to me. Well, you know what one of the side effects of beans is?
What?
Farts. Smelly, juicy, and long farts. Jack ate the whole plate of beans and said, This was delicious. Can I have more? And the waiter said, Of course. Well, about 1 hour into this, it was worse than roaring. Instead of going, Row, he went, and not only everybody at the restaurant took off in fear, but the whole city was evacuated. It was a disaster. Jack the Lion was so ashamed that he never went back to the same restaurant ever again, not knowing that the problem was the beans. But the good thing is that after that, he decided to always brush his teeth, and so he never got a cavity ever again. And that's the story of the lion that went into a restaurant and made a friend. The end.
Yay! Best story ever.
Yay! Good night, Pequeñín. I love you.
I love you.
Sweet dreams.